came back, I did a couple of things that, not that they were unprecedented, but they were unorthodox. One was we stopped reporting monthly comps. But in the first 3 months of me returning, I did something that probably had never been done before, and that is we closed every store for retraining.
Right.
And that turned out to be a PR bonanza, but it wasn't designed for that. What it was an admission of guilt. We had to stand up to our people and our customers and say, you know what, over the years, there's been a dilution of quality. And to continue like this is a mistake. So we literally closed every store. The cost was millions of dollars. I came under tremendous criticism, and the competition really smelt blood, and they went after us. But it was, again, one of those galvanizing moments of demonstrating to our people and the marketplace that this was not going to stand anymore, that in fact we were going to significantly increase the qualitative measures, and that turned out to be another major turning point for the company.
But even those types of bold moves, and the book is filled with bold move after bold move after bold move. And almost every single time, there's a group assembled who doesn't think you should do it and who questions you and challenges you. So for those of us who run enterprises of any size, should we ever expect that the group of people who work with us should sort of give us that credibility, or are we only ever as good to Wall Street, to the people who work with us, as our last right call?
Well, I think, let me try and answer it this way. I think great entrepreneurs must have the curiosity to kind of metaphorically see around the corner. What's coming? What can I anticipate that other people don't see? And then you must have the courage of your convictions to execute the strategy. Every decision is different, and certain people have different insight and different skills. And in the book, I write about some things that I decided on my own that were wrong and that were, catastrophic in some ways. I don't always have the right decision. Now, when we brought in a new team, this is a world-class group of people who have skills and insight well beyond me. The decisions we're making today are more skewed towards consensus than they were in the past because of the trust of the team. However, I will make the final decision, and
you reserve that right.
And also I will take the responsibility if that decision is wrong.
Well, that's just happened with, at least the way you describe it, with VIA. So you have a team working for, very, very long time, but as the product launch comes near, VIA, the instant coffee product, and you've got a lot of great people working on it, maybe these very same people you're describing, but at some point it ends up again back in your living room with a couple of old consultants that you had worked with in the past where you say, let's get this right.
Well, I think this is a great case study. The instant coffee category is a $24 billion category globally, has not had any innovation for over 50 years, and is dominated by one company. But for a company like Starbucks, whose image is based on high-quality specialty coffee, to go into the instant coffee category, one could assume would be a death sentence. And when we announced we were doing this, the media and Wall Street just basically wanted to destroy me. And the headlines were terrible. But again, I felt we saw something that other people didn't see. But the litmus test for this is we had to replicate the taste of Starbucks coffee in an instant form. Once we cracked the code with technology, I knew right away that this would be a success. VIA has been a runaway hit for the company. It'll probably do $250 million as we sit today, and we haven't really begun to introduce it globally, where 81% of the market is. So this is a major hit for the company, and it also did something, and I think this is important. Not everything should be measured on its own merit. This, again, was an opportunity to rekindle and remind the organization about the entrepreneurial spirit and the courage of the company to take the road less traveled. And our people were so proud of the fact that we were about to do something that was against the grain, that was going to succeed. And I don't believe there's any coffee company that could have done this other than us, not because we're better than anyone else, but because of the way in which it was positioned, and obviously the passion we had to bring this to market in a very unique way.